Welcome back. All right, so news of the day for all you fine people. Last night, Ryan Reynolds went on to Jimmy Fallon and confirmed he wants to buy the Ottawa Senators. Also said that he wants to be part of a consortium, basically a group of people that would buy the Ottawa Senators. And this is good news. According to Reynolds, he did grow up in Vancouver, but he also spent a lot of time in Ottawa, so he does have strong feelings towards that market. And that's what you're looking for if you're the Ottawa Senators. You want to make sure that you're selling the team to somebody who's going to want to keep the team there. And more importantly, somebody who can help generate revenue, which the team has had trouble generating at times over the last decade. And so, it really, I think it would be great if the NHL could put this together. I think Gary Bettman would jump at this. I saw a comment about you're not supposed to talk about buying a team before you buy it, which I think was somebody confusing it with Jim Balsley, which was somebody trying to buy a team for the sake of moving it. So what Reynolds is talking about here is his affection for the market and wanting to buy the team that he has followed for a long time. The NHL won't have a problem with that. Not to mention the celebrity that he provides. So this story continues to have legs, and he's confirmed. Yeah, he's looking at buying it, and he's just looking for somebody with deep pockets to help him do so. I understand he's a movie star, and there's a lot of money movie stars make, but it's not really sports team owner money, not NHL sports team owner money. I'm aware of Wrexham. I think that's a little bit of a different setup than what we see here, and he wasn't the only owner of Wrexham either. I should say he's not the only owner of Wrexham. He's still currently, of course, in part owner with that, and Rob McElhenney is in there with him on that one too. So yeah, Reynolds. I don't think Rob would be part of the NHL Ottawa. But I mean, hey, if you can get It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia have a tie-in with the NHL, I'm all for that. So you could just have the guys come in and no, that's a whole. You could do an episode. But anyways, before I get too sidetracked, I think this is great. I hope the NHL does it, and I hope that Reynolds can come up with the money to make it happen, because I think that would be great. So the Vancouver drama continues. Jim Rutherford has kind of come out in support of his coach, but remember, that's not really his coach. So the Bruce Boudreau being on a 1-year contract thing is increasingly looking like it's because they plan to bring somebody else in, although they're not saying it, and I don't think Rutherford would say it. But yeah, he's criticizing the defense of the team, which we know, and the structure that they're not playing with very good structure when they're and again, for fans who watch the team, we know we've been watching. So this is something that he's talking about, and them looking at making changes while also saying they want to keep Bo Horvat on the team. So we'll see how it goes. And for Boudreau today, he basically said that he wants his players to be angry. He wants the team to get mad and go out there and try to prove people wrong. And I get where he's coming from too, because yeah, the biggest frustration is like the game against Nashville. As soon as Nashville made it 3-1, I kind of shrugged and went, all right, so they're not winning this game. And it's a problem that the Canucks have been facing this year, where as soon as things start to go in the wrong direction, they don't turn it around. So if they can play angry and do so in a controlled manner where they're not in the penalty box every 5 minutes, then that can work, right? Have that intensity, have that killer instinct. It is tough to point to a moment in a game where you say, well, that's a killer instinct, but you can tell when you see a team that doesn't really have that, right? So for the Canucks, the drama continues, but hey, at least Brock Besser's back in the lineup tonight. He's still waiting on his first goal this season, so hopefully he's able to provide that and get things going. But I do expect Besser's name to be more and more often mentioned as a player who could end up being traded by the Vancouver Canucks. It just feels like of the core players and the guys who might have value on the trade market, it may end up being Besser that gets moved. So injury news for the New Jersey Devils. Mackenzie Blackwood is out 3 to 6 weeks. It's an MCL sprain for him. And of course, one of the reasons that New Jersey didn't make the playoffs and was nowhere near the playoffs and had a really rough year last year was goaltending injuries, right? Bernier right away, and Blackwood got hurt. And it was one after another after another. They ended up going through 7 goaltenders, which, if you watch any broadcast of a team playing against the New Jersey Devils, they will mention it. Usually at least twice is what I found. Remember last year they used 7 Yeah, I know. I watched their last game. But yeah, Blackwood being out is not great news. The good news is that Vanacek is playing well, and there is still some depth in the organization. They should be okay, but we'll see what else happens, right? Andre Palat, Lindy Ruff is saying it'll be 8 to 10 weeks. He had surgery a week ago, groin injury. Palat basically saying when the media asked him, he thinks it'll be sooner than that. So we'll see how long it takes, but for the team, they're treating it as if it'll be 8 to 10 weeks. We are starting to see players more and more often. Marchand comes to mind as one example, coming back before they're expected to. And again, as I've said before, as long as they're healthy and able to come back, that's great. As long as they're not pushing it when they probably shouldn't, it's great, because otherwise you're risking further injury by coming back too soon. So for the Montreal Canadiens, who will be without Josh Anderson due to a suspension for 2 games, Evgeny Dodonov is skating on the second line. He has no points. He has not looked very good for Montreal yet this year. We'll see if the Anderson suspension provides him with the opportunity that he might take that opportunity, and maybe Dodonov has a really strong game tonight and solidifies his role in the lineup. But it does feel like he's played his way out at this stage in the season. Of course, he was on the IR, and so we'll see how things work out for him tonight. Tyler Bertuzzi skating with the team for the Detroit Red Wings. He is seen to be about a week away from a return. So that's good news for Detroit. Detroit's playing relatively well anyways, though. But getting guys back would be good. They've been dealing with some pretty major injuries this season, and again, have played through it about as well as a team can. So all the best to Bertuzzi on a return in about a week. So some news out of the ECHL, and I will never turn down an opportunity to wear an Atlanta Thrashers jersey, although it sounds like it'll be the blue ones that they're wearing, the blue ones with the Atlanta down the side. The Atlanta Gladiators, who have previously done nights for the Atlanta Flames. They've also done it for the Atlanta Knights, who were an IHL team. Well, the Gladiators are having a Thrashers night, including blue lighting, all the stuff that the Atlanta Thrashers were trying to do as well. And Thrash, the old mascot, will be at the December 16th game for the Gladiators. So what does a mascot do when the team gets moved? Do they just, hang around the arena, seeing if somebody else has a team that he can support that happens to have a bird theme to it? But anyways, Thrash will be at the game. Hi. Thrash will be at the game. He'll be present. And yeah, every now and then Azrael just comes over and says hi, and I have to say hi to her, else she doesn't go away. So yeah, the NHL did grant them the right to use the name. So what happened was they first went to the Jets. The Jets informed them basically that it's through the NHL. So whenever a team uses another team's logo, I guess they're going through the NHL, not necessarily through a team. So for instance, if the Minnesota Wild wanted to use North Stars, I guess they go through the NHL instead of through the Dallas Stars. No idea. But anyways, yeah, so that'll be fun. They are auctioning off the player jerseys after the game, but they're offering up T-shirts. They're offering up the rally towels at the game. There's pucks that are going to be available as well. And I heard that, and I'm like, that's a lot of collectibles I wouldn't mind having. So I'll check out their website and maybe get this and that. I won't be buying any of the auction jerseys. Auctions always become very, very expensive. The San Jose Sharks auctioned off the Tiburones warm-up jerseys they had the other night. Cheapest that they had with the auction still having time left was $375 US, and I was like, nah. So that's where it is. I could not justify spending that amount of money on a jersey, and that's despite what you guys see behind me. But there you go. So Thrashers will return for one night. It's always fun to see an old logo and an old jersey come back. It's part of the reason I really enjoyed the Reverse Retro series. And so there you go. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below as always. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. If you're browsing your way through, you just happened upon this video. And I'll say this, Ryan Reynolds loves hockey. He really likes sports. There are definitely owners in the NHL who I think Reynolds would best in terms of being really good ownership stock for the National Hockey League. But let me know your thoughts. Thank you guys so much for all your support. I will talk to you again soon.